Welcome every one of you to Married Lesson 316 with Jesse Loyon Ezeako. I have a privilege of passing a very quick information across to you because I'm always excited when I have the opportunity to speak to couples and to speak to intending couples to be, because I know if you have the knowledge you need before entering into marriage relationship, it will serve you and save you from a lot of harm. This hour, I just want to speak on the killers of communication. Killers of communication. The book of Proverbs chapter 15 verse 28. Easy Bible translation says, righteous people think carefully before they answer someone, but when wicked speak, the result is only trouble. Righteous people, righteous person, good person, think carefully before they answer someone, but when the wicked speak, the result of their speaking is trouble. Communication is the bloodline of every relationship. Communication is the life wire of every relationship. Whether marriage or not marriage, no organization can flourish, no manager can manage well, no visionary can successfully make his followers or her followers to understand the vision except through communications. And effective communication, I say, is the lifeblood of any successful interaction. Yet there are so many numerous pitfalls that can undermine it. So many. And this evening, I'll be sharing some of them with you. The first thing I want to share with you, when you are communicating, avoid unclear messages. Lack of clarity is one of the problems that kills communication. Lack of clarity. When you say what you want to say and you don't make it clear, there is what they call code. Yes, there is also what they call coded. But if you want to actually enjoy your interactions in your marriage, in your relationship, I want you to know that when you are speaking with your partner, with your friends, you must come out clear. You must come out clear. Don't try, because when you use an unclear or ambiguous messages, this can lead to misunderstanding and confusion. It's just like you are blessing someone with a language he doesn't understand. What do you think that person will take it for? The person will take it for abuse. He doesn't understand the language, and you are praying for him. It is common, especially in Nigeria, especially our brothers from the north that lack patience. When you are trying to talk to them, as long as they do not understand what you are saying, the next thing they see it as what? As abuse. You are the problem. Why are you the problem? Why communicate to somebody in unclear language? Why not come out clear? Why not come out plain? Make sure that what you are saying, the person you are saying it understand. And it's not just when you are. I remember when I was much younger and not yet exposed as I am now, I used to fight a lot. I used to beat those, by then my age, this is a long time ago, don't look at me with these eyes. I used to beat ladies very well. And most of the ladies I slapped very well are the ones we call ajebo. You know, these children that they arrive from 2 months or 3 months, some of them, because of the working class, their parents are working class, they send them to daycare. And that same daycare, they are beginning to teach them English and the rest of them rhymes. Before you know it, they are teaching them phonetics. From that is how they continue. And imagine with that structure, that background, they are now grown up to become a lady of 16, 17. And then I come from a background where we learn English through hard way. We started by broken English or pidgin? We call it pidgin. We call it broken English. We break it. When we break it, we now try to gather it. When we gather it, when you understand, you take it. But when I now find myself in a school where I have this caliber of people, I'm always avoiding them. Because when they say one word that I don't understand, my head will go haywire. I will see that they are abusing me. And the same thing is applicable to some many couples. I had a woman say that one of the things that was causing quarrel between the two newly wedded couple was that the wife loves chocolate. As a result of her background, he loves chocolate. And each time the husband travels, the husband will buy shoe, will buy this, will buy that, and carry. And when the man will be carrying the bag, honey, I am back. Look at what I bought for you. The woman will walk in there and said, did you buy me chocolate? He will say no. He said, we just turn back, leaving the husband with the whole load. And how much, the husband will say, how much is chocolate compared to all these things that I bought for you? This thing continued until they decided to see a counselor. The counselor was the one who told her, this is by her upbringing. So if you want to actually communicate to her need or meet her need, you must communicate based on what she likes. Praise the Lord. But most times we are not clear. And most times also, another thing that kills our communication is poor listening. This one is common among men. It's common among men. This one. Men, this one affects you more. With poor listening. Do you know the makeup kit of a man and the makeup kit of a woman is two different things? If a woman walks from here to Jakonde Gate bus stop and she comes back and he wants to tell the husband, narrate what he saw, he will narrate everything that he saw, even the woman selling corn on the street. Even while he was passing, one woman was trying to price the corn 15 and the other one said, are you new in this country? Don't you know there is no more corn, 100 naira? And the woman started to abuse her. When he comes back and he wants to tell the husband, he wants to narrate the whole thing. But this is where men miss it. The men, what happened? The gate has sent you. What the man is expecting, just tell me, I got to the gate, I bought the thing, or I didn't see the woman. But the woman will start saying, honey, do you know? As I was going, in fact, immediately I come out of our door, guess who I first of all saw? I saw that my former classmate, that one was saying, that says, hey, you want to marry this man? I saw the way she was looking at, I discovered she has not married. He said, honey, and honey, what I send you to gate? How did you say? He said, honey, no, it's not that. As I left her, I said, the people that was telling me not to marry my husband, they should come and see me today. As I was going, I'm a woman, you know that woman that was selling corn? I don't know what transpired, but I had that other woman abusing her. She was, see, let me tell you, men, do you know what you need to do? Just be listening and be not the way my brother is like you just be the way you are. Let them finish. They are not sharing that thing for you to interrupt them. They are not sharing it for you to advise them. What they are sharing for you to do what? For you to listen. And this is where most men, this is where we make mistake. We don't listen enough. It's particular with men in marriage, but men are not the only one guilty. The proverb said, he that answered the matter without hearing the conclusion is a fool. You know, most times when you don't allow your wife to end, when you don't allow your wife to conclude, you may not get the message she's passing across. In fact, the truth of the whole matter or the basic information that is meant for you may be at the last part of her statement. Then you have interrupted her. No problem now. As you know, one here, no problem. That is the end of it. And at the end of the day, crisis, problem will happen in that home. Another one that kills marriage, that kills communication, is assumption. Making assumption about others' thought, feelings, or intention without verifying them. That can lead to misunderstanding. Don't assume. I know what she wants to say. Don't I assume. Let's hear her out, hear him out. Assumption, they say, is one of the cheapest way of gathering information. I assume. You make an assumption over somebody's thought. Somebody was trying to say something, and you tell, I know what you want to say. No, you don't know. Let her come down. And even whereby you don't understand, you can as well do what? Ask her, I heard you say this. What do you actually mean? Because most time, what you hear may not be what you hear meant. But if you don't ask and you assume and you start to act on that, it is wrong. Another one is that his communication is we speak in anger. When you speak in anger, you are speaking in anger. No, you don't speak in anger. If you are annoyed, be calm. Book of Proverbs said that even when a fool keeps silent, he is considered to be wise. Even when a fool. Do you know that silence is golden? There are times you need to be calm, you need to be quiet. But most men, most women speak. You say the things you say, and after you have said it, you are regretting. I read the book of a man who tells a story of a pastor who has a member, a woman whose mouth is as deadly as missile. After she finished saying what she's saying, she will say she's sorry. So one of the days she came to the pastor and said, I have created a lot of enemy. My friends have deserted me because of the things I say. And I've asked them for forgiveness, but they have refused, blah, blah, blah. The man said, go and get me a feather of a bird. He went and got a feather of a bird. He said, now I will give you an assignment. From here, go to the house of all those your friends. When you get to the door of their house, peel a little feather, drop it there. She did that, let's assume 10 friends. She did that and came back and told the pastor. The pastor said, now go back and pick these feathers. Is it possible? Go back. He didn't meet one. He said, those feathers are like your words. He said, words are easy to go out, but they're not easy to retrieve. Bible says, be angry and sin not. If you are angry, don't speak. Because if you speak, you will speak nonsense. If you speak, you will spill missile from your mouth, and it may not be easier for you to put them out. Another thing is that speaking without allowing the speaker to conclude what he or she is saying. Speaking without allowing the person that is talking to conclude what he is saying. There is no book. There is no book that introduction can give you. It's an error. For those of you said, how I want to read. If I want to read a book, once I read the back about the book, I will know whether I should read it or not. It's not true. There is no book that introduction can give you the whole details in it, except you read it from introduction to the last page. So if you don't allow your husband, if you don't allow your partner, if you don't allow your wife or your friend to conclude what he's saying, you may not be able to get the truth. And half truth is more dangerous than not having it again. Number 2, is it 2 or 3? Speaking from the head and not from your heart. Listen to this. The sun rests on the head. So there is so much heat and pressure on the head. It is not advisable you speak from your head. What do I mean? Do you know there are pressures? I was discussing with somebody today. He said to me, he said, do you know the economy problem, challenges we are having is not only peculiar to Nigeria. It's not. It's not. Why our own is affecting us the way it's affecting us? Because we have bad government. It's everywhere. Economy is biting hard everywhere in the world. And the pressure when it comes where? On the head. And many of us want to speak. You went out since morning, you have not been able to sell anything. And now you are coming home, immediately your wife said A, you add A, B, C, D. To A he said, you add A, B, C, D. Why? Because there is what they call transfer of aggression. your head is already full and you are speaking from the head and not from the heart. But if you are speaking from your heart will ruminate, your heart will process, your heart will become to know, this thing I'm going to say, will it make sense or not? Another point that kills communication, speaking without empathy. Speaking without empathy. The golden rule says, whatever you want others to do to you, do what? Do it unto them. Now, when we speak from hate, there is what they call criticism, there is what they call constructive criticism. From that word constructive, you know that is building. You are criticizing the person to be better. You are criticizing the person to make that person realize his mistake and actually adjust to it. Is it not true? But when you speak without empathy, when you speak out of hate, you are trying to demean, you are trying to destroy that person. It's not. And it's common among some couples. You will see a man saying, when he wants to talk to the wife, he said, I don't blame you. If I don't blame you, if I don't go carry you from una village, come marry you, will you be here? I don't blame you. Also, women who are privileged to be the breadwinner. The day you chop 2 meat as a man, you have been chopping 3 meat too, all the while your business has been booming. But suddenly there was a change. Now the woman is one bringing the money. And suddenly you chop 2 meat. Who take meat? Now 2 of you leave for house. She comes back and goes to the pot. I left 3 meats in this pot when I was going. Who eat the meat? Husband and wife, they don't have maid though. So automatically, what are you saying? Who is he referring to? And you don't get work. You know the same meat it costs. You are still eating 2 meat and you don't get work. When I go stop and finish and come back, you are speaking out of hate, and that can make some men to get their hand into what they don't want, that is not good, or commit suicide. So when you want to speak to someone, first of all, ask yourself, if they say this thing I want to say to this person, to me, will I take it? Another point is speaking with reference to the past mistake. You know, there are people that when they want to talk now, they will tell you, we got married in 2017. I'm just saying, you know, we got married in 2017. This thing now, you did, remember this was what you did. You did this same mistake on our wedding night. On our wedding night. And the day before our 1-year anniversary, you also did that mistake. What is even wrong with you? And 15 years ago, I remember, I think 2 days to our 15 years marriage anniversary, you did the same thing. You are making reference to the past. Address the issue at hand and forget the past. And when you keep making reference to the past, most time it triggered your partner or the next person to respond in a way that you will not like. Stop. Once a matter is settled, let it go. I hope somebody is hearing me. Once a matter is settled, let it go. Another thing, speaking to avoid dealing with the matters that should be dealt with. In conflict resolution, there are 3 I know. There are 3 solution approaches that I know. Number 1, they say it's avoidance. Number 2, they say it's confrontation. Number 3, they say it's compromise. You see, there are in communications, or as we relate to one another, there are issues that when they come up, we should either confront it, avoidance, confrontations, and compromise. You see, there are times you should allow yourself to be a fool. I am particular about the couples now. There are times, men, there are times you should allow yourself to be the fool. Play the fool for peace to reign. It's not every time you put your right, I am the head. Also know that the neck is one that upon whom the head is standing. If they cut off the neck, will the head stand? So before we begin to claim, I am the head, let us know, saying that the neck, they support us. So it is important for you to know there are matters that need to be confronted. Confront it. Don't leave it. There are serious issues that you know you should trust. And the man is going out. He's walking away. When I come back, no. Let it be addressed. Address it that time. Once you address it, That is what is needed, and that is the end. Lastly, but not the least, speaking to walk away from confrontation. Why certain matters is to be confronted. I discover early in life, it doesn't matter the argument between me and my wife. My wife hates for me to walk away when we are having misunderstanding. I tried it once early in our marriage. I discovered that she doesn't like it. I put an end to it. Even if the quarrel is going on, if I don't know what to do, I will keep quiet. I will be singing. The next thing, I mean they take sing. I mean they take sing. I mean they take sing. Did I call your name? I mean they take sing. Before you know it, the fire will be reducing. The voltage will be reducing. Before you know it, the same person where they say, I mean they take singing. If we see, we ask you, what you go eat? Mother never settle. Mother never settle. When they ask you, first way the best way, ask you what you go eat. Mother never settle. But if you walk away, that creates a negative ripple on the heart of that woman or that man. In fact, if it's man, in our culture, they time it to be disrespectful. I had this issue, let me share it with you. I come from a family that anger was our major problem then, before I got my deliverance. And it was so much. But it got to a point that when I'm angry, I will be so much, how will I call it? I will be vibrating. But when I decided to go to the Lord in prayer, and now I was praying and the Lord answered me. How did the Lord answer me? He said, if you are angry, don't speak. If you are in a place where you are being provoked, walk away. If you must. There was a clause there. Because it's not, an elder cannot be provoking me and I will walk away. He said, if you must walk away. He said, if you are angry, don't speak. In most cases, walking away from the face of argument or walking out of your wife, walking out of your husband, you may say, what will she do to me? It's not the best. That can even affect the other person emotionally. And I know that you do not want to be a murderer. I pray for you that are listening to me, that the Lord will give you understanding more than I have said it. That anyway you are having communication defect in your life, in your marriage, I pray that the Lord will help you and give you understanding. The Lord bless you for listening. Thank you so much. See you some other time.